Hey everyone, this is Gideon Fidelzeid, VP at Haymarket Studios. November 12th, 2026. It's a Thursday. New York City, AI Deciphered, third annual event. We know you're all going to be there. And just in case you're on the fence about it, the guy I'm going to talk to right now is going to catch you off of that fence and into attending this event. Why? Well, it's Rob Gaige, who's the global head of insights at Reddit, who happens to be the opening keynote at our conference. Now, Rob, first and foremost, I think Reddit has been every other word after AI seems to be Reddit now in that conversation. Reddit is just such an important brand. It's always been an important platform, but I think AI has kind of taken it to another level. So having you speak at our event is just something that we're just so excited about. I know our audience is excited about it. And I guess for today's video, maybe I just want to give them a little taste of what they might be hearing from you on November 12th. But again, first and foremost, thank you so much for agreeing to do both this video and the conference. We're truly honored to have you.
Yeah, I'm super excited to be there. Thank you guys so much for inviting me. Happy to jump in wherever you like. Let's do it.
Awesome. So, you know, among the many reasons our audience is so excited that you're kicking off AI Deciphered is your intimate knowledge of Reddit communities who are highly engaged, brutally honest, and of incredible interest to every brand. So I know you're going to share a bunch of insights at the conference about these communities, but I wonder if you could share one thing right now about Reddit communities that our audience might actually not know.
I think the biggest thing people are surprised by is that brutal honesty that you described. It's actually coming from a place of genuine, true investment. These are your biggest fans, the people who are hyper motivated by the products and services that they're talking about. They know more about them than anyone, and they want the best for these products and services. So sometimes, I know I was a brand manager. You get some feedback, and boy, doesn't feel great, right? It feels like, oh my gosh, well, how do they not see my baby as amazing as I see my baby? The reality is they love your baby just as much, maybe even more. That's why they're so hyper invested. That's why they're so vocal about their opinions. It might come off sounding funny or sometimes edgy, but the reality is it's coming from a place of true belief, true investment, maybe even love, if I'd even go that far.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, I certainly didn't know that before this call. I bet you a lot of people didn't, so I appreciate that very much. Now, our session AI Deciphered is going to be called The Ultimate Source to Bridge the AI Humanity Gap. Now, one of the most overarching questions so many have about AI is where is that perfect balance between AI and humanity? I know you're going to be talking about a lot about that during your session, but could you provide us a little nugget of wisdom about that for our audience right now?
Sure. And, I'll approach it from the AI journey my team has been on internally at Reddit. So as you can imagine, look, we're insights guys. We love weaving the story. We love being the ones producing the outputs, being, frankly, the smartest guys in the room most of the time. That's what insight people are, right? And so it took a lot of internal work to help us understand that AI wasn't replacing that stroke of genius. My team still has to be the creative ones to come up with the really intelligent question, or the ones to reframe or recontextualize the problem so that we can get to a better answer. That hasn't changed. What's changed is AI has taken all of that, the dirty work, all of the hard work, all of the labor that it took to get to those points, and made them so efficient that now we can spend so much more time on the stuff that really only humans are great at: empathy, creativity, connecting the dots in non-traditional ways, storytelling. Those are the things that I think take insights from charts and figures, which frankly, that stuff has been automated through AI. We can now extract and write SQL faster than ever. I can have SQL running overnight, all night, through AI, generating insights. But what do we do with it? How are we using our human intelligence to curate those insights and use them to make better business decisions? That's entirely a human skill, and now I have far more time to do that.
Oh, that's awesome. I think a lot of people in our audience are going to really appreciate hearing that from you. So I appreciate that very much. Now, I know our audience is incredibly excited about seeing you at AI Deciphered, and I think you're kind of excited about this too. But you could just say a little bit about what you're looking forward to most for November 12th, spending this time with hundreds of marketers and communicators and advertising professionals.
Yeah, well, Gideon, like you, I've gone to a million of these sorts of conferences. And
Yeah.
I think when I was so excited when you reached out, because one of the things I love about where you're taking this is how do we move out of debating whether this is a thing to how do we then turn it into a practical application that moves us all forward. I think that's critically important. I've lived through, as you have, even the internet. That's how long ago it was, right? The birth of the internet, the birth of social, the birth of search, the birth of mobile. We've lived through all these momentous events, and I think AI is probably surpassing all of those in terms of influence, and certainly in terms of speed, certainly in terms of wide applicability and adoption. We are just moving so quickly. And so I'm just excited to hear from everyone else to say, how are they applying this in their daily lives? How can I learn from them about where their challenges are, where they've found pockets of opportunity, where they're taking bold swings. I think this is giving us the opportunity, certainly in the insights function, to take bigger swings, to try bigger things. I don't have to wait 6 months for my engineering team to build something, to prototype it, to then launch it. I go from idea to prototype to launch in days or weeks now. So I want to hear all about that from everyone else. I'm excited to soak it all up. I'm excited to hear the debate about where it's all going. I think it's just an exciting time.
You know, one of the reasons I get so excited about helping put these conferences together is because the challenge for me is to make sure that everyone who attends these events is inspired and educated. And the way I look at conferences, it does always start with keynotes. And I just know the second that you agreed to do this, I was very proud of the first 2 conferences that we did, the AI Deciphered conferences, but this one's going to be really, really special because you're going to be kicking it off. And I really, really appreciate your insights today. That was just a little taste of what Rob is going to offer over 30 minutes. And maybe more if you guys want to talk to him after his session, which we certainly, if you could stick around, we welcome you to do that, Rob. But we're just really, really excited about this. And again, Rob, you know, the stuff that you're doing at Reddit is just really kind of awe-inspiring to me, and it's kind of cool. Reddit was really cool in the early 2000s, right, to early to mid 2000s, and then I don't want to say it became uncool. I don't think that's true, but maybe it wasn't quite as high as it was then. But it's back now, and you guys are in the news a lot lately, so we'll probably get a little bit into that as well. But this is really, really exciting for me, as was my opportunity to spend a little time with you right now. So, Rob, thanks for taking the time now, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you on November 12th.
Same. I hope to see a bunch of you there. Please find me find me during the event. I want to talk to as many of you guys as possible. Gideon, thank you for making this happen.
Thank you, Rob. I'll see you soon.
All right. Take care.